So hello friends, in this video we are going to deal with the topic pollination and kinds of pollination. So we have already learned that the male gametes of the flowering plants are produced in pollen grains, whereas the female gametes are produced in the embryo sac. So for flowering plants, the male gametes are produced in pollen grains and the female gametes are produced in embryo sac. So these two gametes of the flowering plants are non-motile, that is they are stable and they are stationary, they cannot move. So these two gametes have to be brought together in order to undergo certain process to undergo fertilization. It has to be brought together. So we'll learn how this is achieved. So how this meeting of the two gametes occurs. So that is called as pollination. So the general definition of pollination is that the main thing is the pollen grains have to meet the stigma. So the pollen grains are in the anther and the stigma is in the pistil. So from the anther, the pollen grains has to be transferred to the stigma. That is, the transfer of pollen grains from the anther to the stigma of a pistil is called pollination. So the process of pollination is nothing but the transfer of pollen grains to the stigma. The pollen grains in the anther has to reach the stigma. This is the general definition. That is, it has to shed from the anther. That is, after a certain period of time, the pollen grains shed from the anther and they reach the stigma. So this process we call it as pollination. So the flowering plants has evolved an amazing array of adaptations. So to achieve pollination, it has some certain adaptations which are actually different, and it is so it has certain adaptations. It has to make its own adaptations to undergo pollination, and in certain cases the flowering plants also use the external agents to undergo this pollination. To achieve pollination, they also make use of the external agents like wind, air, animals. So these are some external agents. So these external agents are also used. So the general definition of pollination is the transfer of pollen grains from the anther to the stigma of a pistil is called as pollination. So the male gametes and the female gametes of the flowering plants are carried by pollen grains carry the male gametes, whereas embryo sac carry the female gametes. These both the gametes are actually non-motile and they have to be brought together to complete this process called pollination. So now kinds of pollination. So what are the kinds of pollination? There are actually three kinds. The first one is autogamy, second one is geitonogamy, and third one is xenogamy. So this these three kinds of pollination actually depends upon the source of the pollen or pollination. So depending upon the source of the pollen, this kinds of pollination occurs. So first we will go with the autogamy. So autogamy is nothing but here the pollination takes place within the same flower. So that is the general definition of autogamy is the transfer of pollen grains from the anther to the stigma. The general definition of pollination and of the same flower. So the same flower's anther has to fall over the same flower's stigma. So here the flower, there is a plant and the plant bears a flower. In the flower there is both anther, that is pollen grains, that is anthers bearing the pollen grains and the stigma. So here these pollen grains have to fall over the stigma of the same flower. So on the same flower itself. So here the same flower, there is no different flowers. So that we call it as autogamy. But in certain flowers, this autogamy is not completely possible in all flowers, because there will be flowers which are open. So when the flowers are open, there will be a chance of cross pollination occurring. So we will take some plants for example. So some plants like viola, which we call it as common pansy, then oxalis and camelina. So these produce two types of flowers. So these produce two types of flowers. One is chasmogamous and the second one is clistogamous. So chasmogamous and clistogamous. Here if we take chasmogamous, here the flowers of these type are completely open, that is the anthers and stigma are exposed, so that there may be flowers which are similar to other species also. But when we take clistogamous, here the flowers do not open at all, that is there will be no exposure of anthers and stigma. So here we can clearly tell that this is completely autogamous. So there will be no chance of cross pollination, because if the flower only opens, the pollen grains of other flowers may get into the stigma. But here there is no chance of the cross pollen to land on the stigma. So here the cross pollination does not occurs. So here in this plant also, since it is closed, since the clistogamous flowers are closed, the anthers and stigma lie close to each other. So it has so the pollen grains come into contact with the stigma. So the pollen grains from the anther come in contact with the very close contact with the stigma, so that the cross pollen landing on the stigma does not occurs in the clistogamy flowers. So if you take, this is chasmogamous and clistogamous flowers. So here the flower is closed, whereas here the flower is open. So now it is Gaetonogamy. So in this type, the general definition is the transfer of pollen grains from the anther to the stigma of another flower of the same plant. So here the plant is the same one, but the transfer of pollen grains falls onto the another plant also. Sorry, another flower also. So if we take a rose plant, and because actually it opens and it shows out the stigma, its anthers and pollen grains. So here if we take there is two flowers in a plant, and the pollen grains from one plant reach on to the pollen grains from the flower of the same plant reaches to the flower of the same plant, another flower of the same plant. So same plant but different flowers. So this is actually, when we take, it is functionally cross pollination because it involves a pollinating agent, but genetically it is similar to autogamy because the pollen grains are from the same plant. So here genetically it is same, but functionally it involves cross pollination. So the next one is xenogamy. So here the transfer of pollen grains from the anther to the stigma of another plant. So here and another, that is a different plant takes place here. So the pollen grains transfer from another plant, or from this plant it may go to the another plant. So different plants involved in the transfer of pollen grains, then we call it as xenogamy. So in this type only, the pollination brings genetically different types of pollen grains. So here the pollen grains of different genetics, that is which has a different genetic map, that is if the pollen grains are genetically different and they are brought together to the stigma only in this type of pollination. Only when xenogamy takes place, genetically different types of pollen grains are brought out. When we take Gaetonogamy, it is similar to autogamy because genetically similar pollen grains are brought, whereas when we take xenogamy, genetically different pollen grains are brought in contact to the stigma. Thank you.